Hi friends, I hope that you enjoyed the loaded French fry box swap. It was so much fun. In a few minutes, I'm going to share with you everybody who participated. So in case you missed it, you can go check out their videos. I'll also have them listed in my description box. But before I get started on that, I wanted to let you know that in today's video, I'm sharing with you how I decorated my French fry box in a shabby chic theme. The first thing I did was open up the box. I used my little spatula to undo the glue that was on the little bottom flaps on the side and then also the side flaps. And then I just opened it right up. As you can see, this is a Chick-fil-A box. This is a size large. I then took a pretty napkin and I removed both layers from the back of it. Make sure you get both layers off. Then I went ahead and I glued it onto my French fry box, both the front and the back. Now while I'm doing that and showing you how I did that, I'm going to go ahead and share with you everybody who participated in the French fry box swap. I think I forgot to mention that I hosted the loaded French fry box swap. This is my second swap and I was super excited to do another one, and I just want to thank everybody who participated. And my swap partner was Christine at Kawaii Memo Love. The other channels that participated are Scrapbooks and Memories, Sassy Southern NC Girl, Rhonda Foxhouse Creations, Crafty Room Michelle Summer, Today with Erica Faye, It's a Deal, Side Gig Crafts and Qualitas Creations, Fashionably 50-something and Beyond, and Cindy A. Lewis. So again, thank you ladies for participating. I really appreciate it and I had so much fun. I had started to cut the napkin away from the box, but then I realized it would be faster if I went ahead and folded the napkin over the edge as opposed to trying to cut it all away. I had to snip it because the box is not a perfect square, as you could see, so snipping it keeps it from getting wrinkly when you fold it over. Now I'm using another napkin to cover the inside of the box. Now this one I do have to cut away because if I were to fold it, it would fold it over to the outside, and then I didn't want that fold over, that extra material, to show on the outside of the box. Here are both sides covered with napkin. I'm going to cut away the extra napkin, and here it is, ready to be folded back into the French fry box shape. Now it's time to embellish our French fry box. And I have these stickers. I've had them for such a long time, and I thought they would be perfect to shabby chic and glam up this French fry box. Before I get started on that though, I'm going to go ahead and fold this box into shape because I don't want to end up putting these little rhinestones in the wrong place. So I've got my glue. I'm using some Aleene's tacky glue. I put it on all the little fold areas, and I'm actually using my ruler to press down on those little flaps so that the glue and everything will adhere really well. Okay, now it's time for me to add the rhinestones, and I have to share something with you. So these are really big and they're really fine, and I had a hard time keeping them like in place. Like when I was pulling them off, they were just going all over the place. And so I really struggled with this first one. And it made me realize that this is why people use transfer tape. It would be perfect for this. And I actually have some. I bought it for like my Cricut stuff, but I didn't feel like digging it out. But I did need help doing the rest of this. So I get the first one on after struggling with it, but then I came up with a clever idea, and I want to share it with you just in case you don't have transfer tape, but you come up with an issue like what I had. What I ended up doing was I simply took Scotch tape and I put it over the rhinestones. I didn't press it down onto the fabric. When I'm pressing here, I simply was pressing down on the stones. Then I peeled the plastic sheet away from the stones. Then I went ahead and I put them down on the box. And when I pressed them down, I made sure to be careful not to press the tape onto the napkin, because napkin it's pretty thin, it's pretty fine material. So I was careful to just press on the stones. And then I peeled up the tape and it worked out really great. So if you don't have transfer tape, this is a technique that you can try with some tape that you just simply have around the house. So I end up doing the same thing to the rest of them, and I sort of worked from the smallest to the largest to just get the hang of it, but it was definitely way more easy than trying to do it without some sort of transfer tape. Since it's hard to press down on a box, because you know it's a box, it's not solid, I went ahead and I used my ruler, just like I did before, to put a little pressure and press those down and get them to stick really well. Here it is so far. I'm loving it. I think this is definitely very shabby chic and glamorous, but we're not done yet. Let's add some more embellishments. I have grabbed some lace from my stash, and I think it's just over the top, which is perfection here. Loving it. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm simply going to glue this lace around the top of the box. I feel like I need one more embellishment, and I have this cute little bow in my stash. Actually, this bow was given to me by my friend Crystal of Vividly on Paper, and I've had it in my stash for a little while, and this is the perfect place to use it. Now it is time for me to load the French fry box. So remember I had used a napkin to cover the box? Well, this is one of the layers that I pulled off the napkin, and I thought it would be great to go ahead and repurpose it and put it in this box, but it was too big, so I have to trim it to size, and that way it'll fit a little more easily. A little while back in my Discoveries in Mixed Media series, I used washi tape and created like backgrounds with it, and I made a tag out of those. So I'm popping one of those in there, and then I made these really shabby chic paper flips, and I was using up some scrap fabric and some scrap paper, and I think the shabby chic theme is perfect for the French fry box. I've also recently made some handmade paper, made it from scratch. I have a collab coming up. I'll show you how I did it. And then I have these stickers, and I think these are in Christine's style, so I think she will enjoy these. I also had a lot of fun recently making these matchbook notebooks. Look how cute they are. They were great also for using up some scrap fabric and some scrap paper. And I shouldn't have said fabric, it was really trim that I used right around the tops of them. So I'm going to pop a couple of those inside of her box. I'm also adding some flower embellishments, as well as 2 French fry charms. I used some lacy fabric and pinned it together, and inside of the fabric are some buttons and some charms, and actually some sequins as well. I believe I used the cellophane cover that came on the big rhinestones that I used. I cut that down into 3 pieces, and I put the matchbooks in one, and I put some stickers in the other one. I put the flowers and the charms in this one. I sealed the ends with washi tape, but it keeps everything together nice and tidy so I could slide that in the box. I'm also including this gigantic paper clip that I altered. I was looking through my jars of embellishments just to see if I had anything else that I wanted to add. And I have these cute little pink pom-poms, and I thought that would just be a fun addition to put right on top. And then as I was looking, I found this beautiful shaker that my daughter made. It has a little hook at the top, so it could be added to just about anything, a keychain, even a necklace, pretty much whatever you wanted to do with it. Okay, my friends, this French fry box is loaded and it's ready to be put in the other box with the other goodies that I'm going to go ahead and send to her. I have wrapped it in tissue paper and embellished that with a bow and a giant flower. Now, Christine, I know that she really likes to send her recipients lots of goodies. So I wanted to make sure that I did the same for her. And actually, I was really looking forward to this because recently she sent me a Happy Mail and I was so excited. And she sent it to me for my 5K and a celebration. And so I just wanted to make sure that I sent her a lovely box filled with goodies as well. Now, this was not a requirement of the swap. The requirement of the swap was simply to stuff your box with 10 goodies. And I gave some suggestions if people needed it. But I added these extra things that I hope that she will enjoy. I also added a little note to the box, and I used an envelope that I had embellished, and I wrote the note on a piece of my handmade paper. Well, friends, I hope that you have enjoyed seeing how I put my French fry box together. Thanks for watching. See you soon.